All right, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is urgent. The Philadelphia Eagles, our team, is at a critical juncture, making moves, some loud, some chillingly quiet, that will define their destiny for years to come. There's a palpable tension, a strategic chess match unfolding behind closed doors, and the ripple effects are already being felt across the league. From clandestine roster adjustments to long-term draft strategies and whispers of impactful free agent targets, every single decision right now is absolutely critical. This isn't just about winning games, this is about securing the future. And frankly, the decisions being made today have the power to either elevate us to true contention or send us spiraling into mediocrity. Pay attention, because the future of the Eagles is being written as we speak. Now, let's peel back the layers on the first bombshell. My sources, the real insiders, tell me the Eagles have made a discreet move involving a highly physical pass rusher. Discreet. You know what that means, right? Howie Roseman, that mad scientist, is operating in the shadows. This isn't a flashy headline-grabbing signing. This is a surgical strike. We're talking about a player with a specific, undeniable physical profile. Someone who can bring raw power and a relentless motor to an edge rush that, frankly, has needed more teeth. When you hear physical pass rusher, you should immediately think of a player who isn't just looking for sacks, but someone who sets the tone, who can collapse the pocket and absolutely disrupt an offense's rhythm from the first snap. This isn't just about adding depth, this is about fundamentally altering the complexion of our defensive front. But let's be crystal clear here. Discreet can cut both ways. Is this a shrewd, under-the-radar acquisition that will pay dividends? Or is it a desperate attempt to patch a gaping hole that we all know exists? I'm telling you, the impact of this move, whether it's a veteran on a prove-it deal or a high-upside project, cannot be overstated. We need consistent pressure, folks. We absolutely need it. You can have the best secondary in the world, but if the quarterback has all day to throw, it's all for naught. This pass rusher, whoever he is being brought in to be a wrecking ball. Howie isn't just buying groceries here, he's buying a weapon. He's looking for someone who can terrorize opposing offensive tackles, someone who can single-handedly change the momentum of a game. The question isn't if this player can contribute, it's how much and how quickly. And why was it so discreet? What are they not telling us? Is there an injury history? Is there a character concern? Or is this truly just a masterclass in stealth acquisition, keeping our rivals guessing? My gut tells me there's more to this story than meets the eye. This isn't just a roster spot filler. This is a statement. A quiet statement, yes, but a statement nonetheless. The Eagles are signaling that they are not content with their current pass rush production, and they are willing to explore every avenue, even the most clandestine ones, to fix it. This is a critical decision, a strategic move. And it makes you wonder, what other foundational pieces are they planning to shake up? Because if you think that's the only major change brewing, you are sorely mistaken. The very foundation of our offensive future is also under intense scrutiny. If you want to keep getting exclusive insights and breaking news like this, subscribe now. Don't miss a single beat of the Eagles' journey. Hit that button, join our community, and stay ahead of the game with all the critical decisions impacting our team. And speaking of foundational shifts, let's talk about the next critical piece of this puzzle. My sources are confirming what many have only speculated. The Philadelphia Eagles are already laser-focused on offensive talent in the 2026 NFL Draft. Forget next week, forget next month. Our front office, led by Howie Roseman, is playing chess, not checkers, looking 2 years down the line. Recent mock drafts are heavily projecting an offensive lineman or a tight end in the first round. Let that sink in. This isn't just about future-proofing. This is about actively preparing for a seismic shift in our offensive core. The talk around the league, the whispers I'm hearing, point to a clear strategic objective: replacing stalwarts like Lane Johnson and potentially Dallas Goedert if his contract isn't extended. Lane Johnson? The man is an absolute warrior, a future Hall of Famer, but even legends eventually hang up their cleats. To even consider his replacement 2 years out shows a level of foresight that's both admirable and frankly a little unnerving. It means they see the writing on the wall. And Goedert? If he's not renewed, that leaves a massive void at tight end, a position that's become absolutely integral to our offensive scheme, a safety blanket for Jalen Hurts, and a crucial blocker in our run game. This isn't a luxury pick. This is an absolute necessity. We've seen what happens when our offensive line isn't dominant. Hurts takes more hits, the run game stalls, and the entire offense sputters. Protecting our franchise quarterback is paramount, and a dynamic tight end, that's a mismatch nightmare for defenses. The Eagles understand this. They're not just hoping for the best, they are meticulously planning for the inevitable. The challenge? Finding a prospect in 2026 who can truly fill those shoes. You don't just replace a Lane Johnson, you cultivate a successor. You don't just replace a Dallas Goedert, you find an elite playmaker. The pressure on our scouting department right now is immense. They're not just looking for talent, they're looking for generational talent, players who can step in and contribute immediately, maintaining the high standard we've come to expect. This tells you everything you need to know about the long-term vision. They're not just building for next season, they're building a dynasty. But here's the kicker, folks. While they're drafting for the future, there are immediate needs that must be addressed in the present, especially with our salary cap situation. And that brings us to the next critical piece of information.
Now, let's elevate the severity, because everything we've just discussed, from the discrete pass rusher move to the long-term draft strategy, creates a domino effect that lands squarely on our current salary cap challenges. Philly Voice dropped a bombshell on March 2nd, 2026, reporting that Christian Kirk and 2 offensive line recovery projects could be low-cost, high-value free agent options for the Eagles. This isn't just a suggestion, this is a stark realization of our financial reality. Christian Kirk, a wide receiver. When Jay Brown or Devontae Smith needs a breather or draws double teams, adding another reliable target is not just smart, it's critical. Kirk brings veteran experience, route-running savvy, and a proven ability to make plays. He's not going to break the bank, and that's the key. Howie Roseman isn't out there chasing the big fish right now. He's looking for undervalued assets, players who can provide immediate impact without crippling our future cap space. This is a savvy move, a calculated risk, but a necessary one given the constraints. And those 2 offensive line recovery projects? This is where the plot thickens, people. Remember how we just talked about planning for Lane Johnson's eventual departure in the 2026 draft? Well, these free agent OLs are not meant to be long-term starters. They are high-upside gambles. They are veteran players who might have been hampered by injuries or underperformed in previous systems, but still possess the physical tools to contribute. This is about finding diamonds in the rough, players who can provide depth, push existing talent, and potentially even step into a starting role if they regain their form. It's a testament to the fact that our offensive line, while still strong, needs constant reinforcement and development. The combined effect of these 3 stories paints a very clear, very intense picture. The Eagles are in a full-blown strategic overhaul. They're making quiet moves to bolster the defense, meticulously planning for the future of the offense, and simultaneously scouring the free agent market for budget-friendly talent to fill immediate holes. It's a delicate dance, a high-wire act, and every single decision has monumental implications. What kind of team are we truly building here? Are these stopgap measures, or is this the calculated blueprint for sustained dominance?
Listen, what we've unpacked today isn't just news, it's a blueprint for the Philadelphia Eagles' future. From the clandestine move for a physical pass rusher, signaling a desperate need on defense, to the forward-thinking 2026 draft strategy targeting offensive linemen and tight ends, right down to the shrewd pursuit of value free agents like Christian Kirk and those recovery OL projects, every single piece of information tells a story of a franchise at a decisive moment. Howie Roseman and the entire organization are navigating a minefield of salary cap challenges and roster needs, trying to thread the needle between immediate contention and long-term sustainability. It's a high-stakes game. What do you think, Eagles Nation? Are these the right moves to secure our championship window? Drop your comments below. Tell me what you're thinking. This is our team, and we need to be united in understanding every strategic twist and turn.